Hey everyone, Mike here today with some thoughts here on XCOM 2. Now I've not completed this game, I'm about 4 or 5 hours into it. However, I feel pretty comfortable doing a playthrough because, one, I've played XCOM 1, XCOM 2, I've played all the originals and I kind of know what's going on. And ultimately this game is still very similar, right? And I'm not going to talk about story, but yeah, the gameplay is still pretty similar to not the original XCOM, but XCOM 1 as in the reboot that came out in 2012, 14, something around there. XCOM 2 is 2016, I believe. But anyways, this is a really cool game. It's a turn-based strategy game, which also layers on top of it a second layer of strategy, which is kind of the base building.
Commander, the lab is currently idle. We're wasting valuable time and resources by not conducting any research. Please consider providing us with a directive as soon as possible.
Yeah. So as the guy said, there's all sorts of stuff to do. So I just finished a research, so we can queue up researches. We have different buildings to build. Each of these facilities
to do reasonably well against them, despite our own limitations.
Each of these facilities provide stuff. So, you know, either it's to help us get some upgrades or upgrade units, so on and so forth. Build new things such as armor,
just give the word and I'll get started,
grenades, weapons. Eventually you can build vehicles. Well, maybe not in this one, but you used to be able to. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff to do on this end of things. And so, if you look at the proving ground,
that scar on the back of his head. I wonder if anyone made sure his chip was actually removed.
Yeah, we can't do anything here. That's fine. And can we increase squad size? Not yet. We need someone higher level. Cool. So yeah, that's this part of the game. You know, I'm not going too much depth because it kind of ramps you up to all the various aspects, but it's pretty straightforward. You basically choose different researches to do, which provide you different bonuses, and then you got to balance where you put your supplies. You put them towards you know, upgrades, or you put it towards equipment. It's kind of up to you, which is pretty cool. Now on the map here is we're making contact with various rebel regions as we make more and more contact with more and more regions. Now we can help move our cause further up and basically save humanity from the aliens that have taken over. And so I'll skip that video. We've got more income coming in there. And I'm at the point where there's 2 of these things I have to deal with, plus an unknown region that we can't get to. So I need to make contact with this area to be able to deal with the alien facility, but I can't make contact with this area until I've got another structure built in the base, because I'm at my maximum capacity, and this resistance comms. Can I? Oh, I can't take him out, that's right. I can take him out from here. Oops. Multiple clicks.
Commander, I appreciate you recruiting new staff for the engineering team, but as
Cool.
it stands, we have people still waiting for an assignment. We can have them working
Awesome.
on construction.
So we need more resistance comms to be able to get to the next region. And so you're kind of fighting this Avatar project that's, you know, evolving pretty quickly. And so you have to kind of slow it down as much as you can as a way to potentially avoid, you know, this whole control over humanity, which is what these aliens are kind of doing. There we go. And so now we have our choice of missions. So in each of the areas I'm controlling, I've got 3 different missions we can do. You can see what the kind of what I'm preventing by doing this particular one. So out of these 3 missions, you can only do one of them. So you gotta balance, well, this one's moderate, I'm getting intel. This one's moderate, I'm getting supplies. And the detection radius of all enemies. Actually, this would be the one to do. Because I want supplies, and that's probably the worst. The worst thing they can do against me. So I want to do this one. So here's a squad. It's not really a whole lot to talk about on this screen. Other than, like, you can edit their equipment and loadouts and stuff like that. I don't really have a whole lot of options at this point. I'm still really early in the playthrough. I've unlocked a lot of things now, but I'm kind of limited as to how far I can go. So yeah, this seems fine. I know I don't really have much available to throw onto these different soldiers for now.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
Yeah, let's go for it. So we'll do a little bit of the battle. I'm going to try and keep this short, 10-15 minutes maybe. But you'll get to see a little bit of the battles. Look, it's a turn-based strategy game. XCOM was kind of one of the early ones. A lot of games have taken inspiration from XCOM. So if you've played turn-based combat games, like, you'll see how a lot of the mechanics from a lot of newer games have evolved over time and have taken inspiration from these XCOM games. Yeah, what's kind of interesting... Oh, this is great. This is a concealed mission, so... That means I can move pretty quickly. So the way a lot of these missions work, they're generally the same. It's usually neutralize all targets. Like, that's ultimately what you're here for. The game kind of mixes things up a little bit. It occasionally gives you different options. So sometimes you gotta rescue a VIP, for instance. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Other times you might have, instead of protecting a target like this, you might have to get to it quick enough.
Affirmative.
You know, whether the enemies are going to destroy it, or we're trying to steal information, what have you. That's kind of the general mix of missions. It's all generally the same. Oh, you can also rescue civilians. That's kind of another way how it goes.
We might be able to hack their systems and get an advantage.
Uh-huh.
Be careful. If they detect us, things will only get worse.
The gremlin is the little drones that some of these units have, depending on their specialties. So anyways, so the reason why the concealed part is important is when enemies like this step out, when they detect you in normal gameplay, oh great, they're attacking the objective, which is gonna be normal. So yeah, being concealed like this means that I can move freely without engaging these guys yet. When you engage them, the game kind of shifts balance a little bit. But oh, this is interesting. Yeah, this is a really good position. Okay, so this is an excellent position. Alright, so the way I'm seeing this is grenade time. Because I have to move the sniper anyways, I can't get a sniper shot. However, I can take advantage... Oh, just out of range. Dang it. So yeah, because I can do that. I don't want to use the grenade launcher yet. Can she grenade in there? Yeah, let's do that. So, because as soon as I engage them, they're going to move. So I'm going to take advantage of that position, get the grenade in, splash damage on 2 of them. Now they're going to move because I've activated them. And then the rest of my soldiers can position themselves somewhere to where I can get a good advantage. Let's take the pistol shot. If I can get it. Excellent. That puts me on a pretty good footing. Alright. Snake Lady. Let's go for the melee. I'll stand behind cover here while I do it. So if I don't get a kill, which I did, even if I didn't get a kill, I'm still behind cover. Someone else could have gotten the kill. And basically I'm in heavy cover, except if they destroy the vehicle, of course. But and then these guys, when they pop out, I'll be in a good position. Okay, so I can move up a little bit. Go into Overwatch. I want to be careful here, because if I go too far, I'm going to activate those guys over there that we know are there. So I'm going to intentionally not go too far. Take the rescue position on the car. And then go into Overwatch. So when they make their move and they present themselves, I potentially have a nice position on them, but they've not presented themselves.
Absolutely.
Okay, nothing yet.
Okay.
I'm not completing their turn yet, because if I do trigger those guys and they move out, I don't want to be left with a bunch of units that can't do anything about it. So I'm just seeing how much I can move up. Right, I can hack that, which is not going to help me. This might trigger him. No. Yes. No. So those guys are walking around into the back. So that's good for me, I guess. Because that means I can move this last guy up. Don't like moving him around a car that can explode, but we'll do that. That then means my entire team can go into Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Overwatch is a reactionary shot, so someone walks in into view range, he can get an Overwatch shot off. There we go. And here we go. Now these are very low percentage shots, generally, which sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
So they're going to reposition themselves. Not that we've activated them, when I say that in air quotes. So we're going to have more misses. This is a percentage game, so, you know, be ready to see a lot of missing. A lot of high percentage shots not hitting, or a lot of enemies, you know, in the same reverse position as you. Oh, there's another batch of enemies back there, and we haven't activated them yet, and there's reinforcements coming in. So I'm in a super bad position. This could potentially be a situation where you want to just bail on the mission, which it's a thing that happens sometimes. You know, the game doesn't necessarily want you to win every time, and it's not afraid of letting you know that, hey, you may want to just abandon missions sometimes. So, grenade does splash damage, destroys cover. which is an amazing thing when you have like a sniper, for instance, who can then follow up with a shot, and perfect, got him. And then we have another one on the left there that we can deal with. This frag grenade has a bigger radius, but unfortunately I cannot get both. So now the question is do I take... Yeah, because I get Overwatch, but they'll still attack. So that's the only issue with the Overwatch stuff, is it doesn't actually stop the enemy from attacking me. And then the other batch of enemies, where's that? Where was that drop point? Oh, the enemy drop point must be just back there and I can't see it. Anyways, the point is, so there's another wave of enemies coming in. Plus, there's another one at the back here, so I've got 3 groups of enemies, which will be extremely difficult to actually deal with. And so I'm really not in a good position here to do a whole lot of anything.
Head to that location.
Still the same percentage. Can go for a low percentage shot. It's worth trying out. Right. There's still a miss, but that unit in particular has an upgrade, which allows her to at least damage. And this one landed. Excellent. So that almost shifts the tide over.
Weapons burning ammo fast.
Heavy cover, I'm not going to move. I'm just going to stay in Overwatch and kind of wait it out. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of the game, really. It's not an easy game at all. This is like a moderate mission, and it's pretty tough. And so, kind of like I was saying, it's a game that's not afraid to punish you. At the same time,
That armor's tough.
even if it punishes you, it's not like it's impossible either. You know, it's challenging, it's difficult, but I think it's kind of fair. It's just with something like Gears Tactics, which is a more modern take on the genre, I found that game to be I'd have to come around here. And the thing is, I can't move after my shot. And these guys melee, or this guy melees, the other one doesn't. And so if this guy comes in and melees me, I'm in trouble. Alright, what do we have? Alright, maybe we can get the mech out. Okay, alright. That actually shifts the tides a little bit. Because then I can slash this guy and stay behind cover. Which then puts this soldier in a great position. Because she remains at least in half cover.
What did you expect?
And none of the guys in there are visible. Um, 59. This might change it a little bit. Yeah, 68%. That's better. Good. Really good. And I'm on heavy cover, so that's good. I can take advantage of this. Take a reload. go back into Overwatch. And then this final person here. It's not great cover, but we'll also take an Overwatch position.
Moving to Overwatch.
Cool. That's some damage, not a lot. There's still the Muton that was... Oh, there he is. So technically this is the first time I see him, because they do that little intro cutscene. Ooh, not a kill, but close. Alrighty. Can I get a frag grenade somewhere that gets all three? I can't. Oh, there you go. All three of these. Oh, sorry for the mic hit there. This will also take out the cover that the Muton's sitting behind. It could be up to 4 damage. Oh, that's cool. So I shredded... Okay, sorry. It's going to take out the cover, and I shredded their armor. Important distinction to make there. The armor is a damage mitigation thing, so... Alright, who's where? Zulu here. 1, 2, 3. None of these are within 3 sectors or squares.
Not a problem.
So I'll get him just that closer, get the full cover. And I want to go for eliminations here. I want to try and eliminate the other one to the left.
That's how it's done.
And I can leave the other 2 guys.
Could use some ammo over here.
79%. I'd be happy if I get him. Yeah, you know what? Super confident now. Whew. This is... Yeah, it's... Look, it's a strategy game. It's not meant to be easy. And I can tell you, it ain't easy. But it's really fun.
Okay, I'll go.
And as long as you're not playing like an Iron Man mode, you can definitely... I'm gonna do the Overwatch just because he's gonna probably move. Do I want to get closer? 67%. Because that guy can run in. Yeah, this guy can run in, which is a problem. So I could, in theory, go here and potentially negate his cover.
I'm on the move.
And that she's a high HP unit. Oh yeah, that's good. So the idea is that even if I didn't get him, if he ran in and attacked her, she has enough health that
Out of ammo here.
it'd be a pretty safe bet. So he's gonna move. I'm probably not gonna take him out, but okay. Didn't even hit him.
Negative damage.
None of these units should take too much damage.
Damage here.
Yeah, they'll take some damage, but not too much. Cool.
Fire's getting worse here.
Okay. Oh, snipe. Okay, I have to move the sniper anyways, so... Another one. Oh, right. She gets a free reload because of the... No. That's a different unit that gets the free reload.
Ready to go.
I have a unit that gives me free reloads, which is pretty cool. Is this a... Ooh, I have a grenade. I could also slash. give it a go. I may not pull it off, but between all the other units, I should be okay. Alright, who's the highest percentage? 51. This will not negate the cover, I don't believe. Yeah, I've not negated the cover, but that's a higher percentage hit. And there we go. I think that should be it.
Check it before you get too close. Status confirmed. All hostiles are
Hey.
down and the area is secure.
Well, I was
Status confirmed.
considering
Mission
of
accomplished.
ending this a bit early, but honestly, the way this battle is going, you get an idea of how, you know, there are points where I'm not sure how well this is going to go, and it's a percentage game, right? You got to get the percentages in your favor as much as possible, and sometimes just landing one or two of those low percentage hits is enough to actually get to kind of change the tide or the advantage over from one way to another. This is where having that sixth unit would come in handy, which I should be able to buy soon. That's an upgrade that I really do need. But yeah, it's an interesting game. I think it can be definitely frustrating sometimes when you're looking at those percentages and you don't land high percentage shots. It can make this kind of frustrating to play, and it is what it is. You know, you gotta use the right moves at the right time, I suppose. That's what it comes down to. But the game also forces you to play kind of fast, so it's a tough balance to get. But anyways, I'm kind of going through the upgrades here. As units rank up, I get to choose, you know, what side of the upgrade tree I want. So small aim penalty and significant damage boost. Or I get a free pistol shot. This unit I'm going down the left tree, so I'll keep going down that route. You can mix and match left and right side upgrades depending what you want. But I've been kind of following this. I have one that can shred already. So I want to go for a tanky one. See how that works. Different stuff that you pick up from the battle. So part of your research and all that stuff. Awesome. Cool. I guess will is a persistent stat on some of these soldiers. So yeah, that's XCOM 2. It's a pretty fun game. Like I said, though, it's a little weird going back to this after seeing after having kind of seen how some of the newer games handle it, like Gears Tactics. I like how you can stack a bunch of actions one after another, and so sometimes you can literally win a game in one turn because you've got all sorts of crazy combos happening. But I don't know, it's still a really good game. It does show its age though when you look at other stuff like that. But despite that, I'm still having fun. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next week.
Commander?